Good morning, students, and welcome back to video lessons. In the last class, we started with the study of mixtures. A mixture which consists of two or more different substances that are mixed but not chemically combined. They do not have well defined specific properties and can be separated into its component by physical means. There are many instances when we notice a substance being separated from a mixture of materials. Like, for example, in our daily life, we separate tea leaves from the liquid that is tea with the help of a strainer while preparing. Since most of the natural substances are not chemically pure, different methods of separation are used to get individual components from a mixture. In order to separate the components, single combination of methods are used. Selection of method depends upon the nature of the components present in the mixture. So today we will study ways of separating mixtures or the various methods of separating the components of a mixture. Usually it involves identification of different ways of separating the components, determining how the different ways are used, identifying the ways in which various methods can also be used in daily life. But what are the different ways of separating mixtures? How can we separate a particular components of a mixture? The common methods are handpicking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, magnetic attraction or magnetic separation, sublimation, evaporation, crystallization, sedimentation and decantation, loading, filtration, distillation, centrifugation, paper chromatography, and using separating funnel. The components of a solid-solid mixture can be separated by handpicking. This is only useful when the particles are large enough to be seen clearly. Like, for example, separating pebbles from rice or dal, separating grass from mint leaves, and separating parts of a salad. It is the simplest method of separation of substances. This method is used only when unwanted material is in small quantity. Moreover, shape, size, or color of the unwanted material is different from that of useful materials and can therefore be easily picked and be removed. Threshing is the method that generally used by the farmers to separate the grains from the stalks after harvesting. The dried stalks are beaten or threshed to separate the grains. However, in large farms, threshing is done by using threshing machines. In winnowing, the mixture is allowed to fall from a height. The lighter components get separated from the heavier ones because of wind or air blow. This method is used to separate lighter husks from the heavier grains like wheat, rice, etc. Winnowing as well as threshing is involved in the agricultural method developed by the ancient culture for separating grain. Sieving. Sieve or shifter is devised for separating unwanted elements from the wanted material or vice versa, or for characterizing the particle size distribution of a sample, typically using a woven screen such as a mesh or net or metal. The word sift derives from sieve. In cooking, a sifter is used to separate and break up clumps in dry ingredients such as flour, as well as to aerate and combine them. A sieve, therefore, is a device containing tiny holes and separate unwanted elements from the wanted material, or vice versa. Magnetic attraction or magnetism is the process in which magnetic susceptible material is extracted from a mixture using a magnetic force. In this picture, you can see the mixture of sulfur powder and iron fillings can be separated on the basis of the magnetic property or magnetic attraction of iron fillings. Sublimation, the process in which a solid changes directly into gaseous state on heating, is sublimation. Some solids have a tendency to sublime on heating. A mixture containing such solid with another solid can be separated by sublimation. Like for example, in the picture we have the mixture of camphor sand, where camphor can be the example showing sublimation and can be separated from the sand. On heating, iodine and ammonium chloride do not melt. Iodine changes into a beautiful violet vapor while ammonium chloride changes into white vapor. Their change back to solid crystal on cooling give us the ammonium and iodine and ammonium chloride. Evaporation is a process in which liquid changes into gaseous state on heating, allowing the liquid to evaporate, leaving the soluble solid behind. We can have the separate components of a particular mixture. On heating the mixture, the volatile component evaporates, and so we can get the non-volatile component. Here is the example showing the mixture of salt solution. Water vapors evaporate on heating, leaving behind the salt. Crystallization is a process which separates a solid which is in the pure form from its crystal from a saturated solution. Crystallization is usually done to obtain pure crystals of sugar from its sample, pure salt also from its sample, pure alum from its sample, and so on.